Reactorama with FordOhhFord.
All right, man. I'm a little under the weather, so please forgive me for my voice. But how CashNasty built a YouTube empire. Shout out to Ayo Bando for the video. I'm going to quit yapping because I sound terrible anyways. Let's get to reacting, shall we?
On June 21st, 2025, at Fanatics Fest, New York City, a 34-year-old man named Cassius Clay stands backstage with CashNasty, and around him, there's nothing but superstars in the world of sports.
Nah, this moment was so cool to witness, seeing this moment live on Twitch, bro, on CashNasty stream. Bringing CashNasty and Tylil, two of the biggest LeBron supporters we have ever came to know on the internet. Definitely was a beautiful moment for CashNasty, since we talking about Cash too. So, you know, his whole DNA evolves around this man right here, LeBron James. So that just go to show you for real, how CashNasty really was inspired by Bron. And just to have this full circle moment, like you can see it in his eyes, bro. Like you can see it in his eyes. That boy is happy as hell. Look at Kai being happy for him, bro. That's just like, that's a W friend right there, bro. No cap.
This was a star-studded event without a doubt, and here Cash would find himself being guided through a wave of people with no other than CashNasty. And then came a moment where Cash would realize that everything he's worked so hard for throughout his life had finally been accomplished.
Bro, what's up, boy? What up, bro? This is my boy. Cash, where you at? This my boy CashNasty right here. He a big supporter. You're my brother right here.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Rob.
What's up?
It's an honor to be here.
Look at his ass.
Yeah, you see, he know you.
But this moment didn't just happen overnight, because just 15 years earlier, CashNasty would find himself working at Walmart, fighting for shifts, living paycheck to paycheck.
But Cash, boy, you do not look the same. That shit crazy. But hey, everybody got to start somewhere, right?
Much like the average American. So how exactly did he get to this point of being one of the biggest influencers in the world and being widely known as a legend in many communities? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out, but first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Trap House with the biggest trapper, and while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into how CashNasty went from Walmart to YouTube superstar. Okay, so to start, back on December 4th, 1990 in Vidalia, Louisiana, Cassius Clay, also known as CashNasty, was born. Growing up,
Oh shit. Happy early birthday, CashNasty. For a fellow Sagittarius. Yeah. My birthday on the way in a couple more weeks, actually. So yeah, from Sagittarius to another Sagittarius. I see you, CashNasty. I see you, brother.
Cash was a multi-sport athlete, playing both football and of course basketball, which he unfortunately didn't see much success in while in school. But luckily for him, outside of sports, he had another hobby, which was gaming. He claimed to always be the best gamer within his friend group, especially on games like Call of Duty and NBA 2K, both of which Cash was said to be a pure tryhard in.
Sitting in, you know, I challenged myself. I won't get 2 nukes today. You know, bro, I was really good at Call of Duty.
And what game was this?
This is
MW2?
Yeah, the 25 kill streak.
MW2.
Yes,
you were dropping nukes.
Yes.
No way.
Yes. And I used to be good at 2K too.
Okay.
You know, sometimes people come over, you know, college, and they'll like bet money on me to win.
I ain't gonna lie, that used to be me too, bro. No cap, bro. Like in elementary school, middle school, bro, motherfuckers knew me to be beating everybody in 2K, bro. It was one day in like 7th grade, one of my good friends, G Money, bro. This man almost beat me in a college basketball EA Sports game. That's when they first dropped, like with Kevin Love on the cover, I believe it was, when he was with UCLA still. I was this close to losing that game, chat. It was, whew, I remember that battle for real. But yeah, folks used to really be like, all right, I got Ford on this one, and I'm not gonna let nobody down if they put in money on me, bro. So that's that. So I feel you, Cash. And with Call of Duty, that's not my game for real. Like, I'll learn it, but it got to be more than just playing it for up to a month and then off the game. Like, I play Fortnite more than I play Call of Duty. And people be like, nah, Fortnite too easy. I don't care about.
Continue on, Cash graduated high school back in 2010, and despite a lot of online articles claiming that Cash didn't go to college, he did confirm various times that he actually did attend college for a brief time, which is where he met his best friend Malcolm. Also around this same time period, the next journey in Cash's life would start as he officially entered the workforce. He ended up landing a job at Walmart, and the thing about Cash was he seemed to be a tryhard at every aspect in life. Anything he did, he wanted to be the best at, and if you know Cash, then you know the one thing he's going to for sure do is pay them bills. So within just his first year of working at Walmart, he would end up becoming a department manager.
That boy always, if y'all follow CashNasty on Snap, he always talking about pay them bills. So that's facts.
And then I went up, then I applied for Walmart, went to Walmart. Then a year I moved up to a department manager. And then I was just so focused, like I want to be an assistant manager no matter what. And I exceed expectations on that. And I was just always hungry to go to the next level. And they gave me an opportunity because you're not supposed to move up unless you got a degree.
Wow.
Word of mouth. I'll do what it takes. I don't care. Ooh, it was a worst decision I made, but I'm here though.
But once again, that wasn't enough for Cash because this only made him hungry for more. He kept grinding and working hard, doing everything he was supposed to do and even more, because next he wanted to be promoted to the assistant manager, which he didn't really qualify to be, but he was still willing to put in any extra work he had to reach the position. But everything would start to change for Cash in 2013 when his ex-girlfriend known as Ash began making YouTube videos about candles. She quickly gained over 200 subscribers, which is something she was extremely proud of. And when she would start to show Cash some of these numbers, that's where everything began to click for him. That competitive fire that he had from all his years of gaming and playing sports began to ignite, and this is when Cash decided to turn this into more of a friendly competition, thinking that if she could get 200 subscribers, then he could definitely get more.
That's what everybody know my first girl, Ash. Shout out to Ash. You know.
Was she in a lot of your content early on?
Oh yeah, her. You know, man, bless her heart, man. We're just in the apartment, dog, and one day she was like, she wanted to upload some candles on YouTube. Yeah, like wanted to and I'm so competitive. I'm playing 2K. I'm like, cause she ended up I think one weekend she got like 200 subscribers or something like that.
That's actually pretty good for candles.
For candle, that's great.
It's insane.
So you know me being competitive, I'm like, man, I bet I can get more subscribers than you. You know,
you actually did that. You actually said that. You said, "I'm gonna get more subs than you."
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. And then so I end up saying, you know what? I'm just gonna do gameplay.
On June 22nd, 2013, this is where he created his first ever YouTube channel named Whatchamacallin', where he decided to upload NBA 2K gameplay after being motivated by YouTubers at the time like Chris Smooth. When he first started, he didn't have a fancy multi-$1,000 setup. Instead, he had a TV, a video game console, and a low quality capture card that he probably bought from the Walmart that he worked at. At this point in his life, Cash was seriously grinding. He was working long shifts and then he would rush home to record and even stay up editing till 3 a.m. He would do this consistently, and in 2014, around the time NBA 2K15 dropped, this is when CashNasty decided to go all in. He was doing pack openings and My Team challenges, even having some rage moments as well, and at the time, his energy was just completely different than what most people on YouTube was used to. He was loud, he was unfiltered, and most importantly, he was authentic. There was no faking or polishing his personality. Everything was just real and consistent, and with that came some pretty
But I got the same
growth.
crowd.
Give me all that. Eat all that up. Lurking is lurking. That boy popping that then shake that ass. Quit, nigga, quit. Quit, nigga, quit. Pop that and shake that ass.
Now, through all of this, Cash was still going through some hardship in his personal life as well, which resulted in him having to briefly live with a friend named Chris. And in the midst of this, he would meet someone named Triex, and this person would introduce Cash to something that would change everything.
I hit my homeboy up, Chris, man. I said, bro, like they putting so much on me, bro. Like he said, bro, come out here to Lafayette, Louisiana, dog. You come stay with me. Shit. He let me come stay with him, and that's how I met a guy named Triex.
Okay.
So do y'all still stream on Twitch, right?
Yep.
You know that emoji, that black guy doing this right here with the fro?
Oh yeah.
That's Trihex.
No way. That's
He
crazy.
introduced me to streaming.
This is when Cash started streaming 2K on Twitch, and that completely exploded for him, launching him into being a top 5 if not top 3 streamer within the NBA 2K community. And in late 2016, when the bills were being paid and the viewers were rolling in, the former Walmart department manager had just hit 1 million subscribers, and at this point he had already won, beating the game very early. But for Cash, the journey itself was far from over, because as we all know, the bills never stop.
Right.
In 2017, this is when Cash started networking a lot more and making a lot more connections, which led to him connecting with creators like LSK. Also around this time, people were showing Cash other YouTubers who were also up and coming in the 2K community, and this led to someone showing Cash a video by a creator named Jesser the Laser. And when Cash saw this video, he was really impressed with the editing and the quality of this kid's content, which eventually led to them two collaborating as well.
Some guys, they linked Jezzer video to me. I don't think he was getting a lot of views, right? But I seen his creativeness. I seen how much editing he put in on video. It was different. It was out of the box.
Yeah.
I reached out to him. I'm like, bro, I really like your content, bro. I remember we ended up playing 2K together. You know, we had like a little series of how me and Flight, you know, do it. But it was more like the 2K realm, bro. And I met LSK at TwitchCon in Texas.
Now this era kept getting better for not only Cash, but really the entire YouTube community, because this is where 1v1 basketball games amongst content creators became very popular on YouTube. And this was a genre of content where Cash and all of his friends really exceeded in, and they would all begin collabing and playing against each other. Which leads us all to 2018, another very big year for Cash, where he joined a group called 2Hype. This was a YouTube collective that featured all basketball and 2K creators, such as LSK, Jesser the Laser, and many other friends that Cash met along the way. While most of the group lived in a content house together in LA, Cash had always hesitated to move to Los Angeles full time due to his own personal reasons. So he would simply just travel back and forth from Louisiana, making a lot of content whenever he was in the city.
They ended up getting a house, you know, and I said, you know, because I was always iffy about moving to LA, you know, because I'm from down south, you know, Christian background, excuse me.
What was it about LA that you were kind of hesitant on? What aspects of it?
City of Los Angeles.
Okay.
I ain't stupid now, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I know what's out here, man. You know, and you know, it's easy to get what did I say? Lost out here. It really is. It really is, bro.
And as I'm sure many of you know, the 2Hype content completely blew up. They were doing everything from basketball challenges to tournaments to 2K challenges, everything you could really think of. And this all led to the 2Hype channel hitting 1 million subscribers rather quickly. And for a while, things were going great within the group, up until some drama started to occur with one of the members, but we're not going to get too deep into that in this video, because this is about the CashNasty story. But if you are interested in knowing the 2Hype story and all of the drama that came with it, there's already a video on my channel dedicated towards it, and it's actually my most popular video. I'll leave it linked down below. But speaking of drama, of course, we can't continue
chat. I might have to check out why Jesser might be the reason why 2Hype is no more, bro.
CashNasty story without mentioning the only big drama he's really had throughout his career, which was the beef with another popular YouTuber from the 2K community known as Soluminati.
Why don't you want to play me? You on Twitter, you talk about you 15 and no, you can't find no competition, you can't find nobody to go against. Meanwhile, I am sitting here making all these videos, getting over 100, 200 some thousand views, calling y'all out to play a 1v1, and you constantly ignore me. I don't want to be in your little circle. I don't give a what you are doing. I don't care about none of the niggas you hang with. I just want to drop you up. I want to dunk on you. I want to expose you.
Talk
you
that talk.
think you good, but you are playing against little kids. You are playing against randoms.
Talk
now,
that
I know
talk,
it's all
Illuminati.
fun and games for the fans, but CashNasty, you are the first person with no hotspots in real life. What I'm trying to say is stop being on Twitter talking crazy, talking about you this, you that, you're 15 and no, and this and that. This is not about clout chasing. I don't want to shout out from you. I don't want to collab with you. I just want to dunk on you. I want to drop you off.
It all started with the growing popularity of the IRL basketball scene within the 2K community. Solomonati would constantly do his reactions and trash talk all of the other creators who were hooping at the time, claiming himself as the best hooper within the community. But the problem was he didn't really have much proof to back any of these claims up, which of course led to creators like LSK and CashNasty, some of the more popular basketball creators at the time, to start calling him out to 1v1s. And that eventually led to all of them going back and forth multiple times, trying to set up various 1v1s in different basketball games, which Solomonati would always duck. In fact, this entire thing got so heated throughout the course of the arguments that Cash even pulled up to Solomonati's city to play him in a 1v1, and so still didn't pull up.
It's about 2 o'clock right now. And I just want to say, my bad, okay? The guy pumped up this 1v1 on his channel as well. The time frame was there. The gym was there, okay? I was quiet the whole time. After he disrespected my girl by photoshopping a picture of him and my girl and tweeting it out, you know, I said, it's called being confrontation, being a man of your word, bro. You lied. You scammed us. All right, facts. You scammed us, dog.
Everybody in the fucking world know I was gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I understand y'all mad. Y'all mad because y'all want to see me play. I know. CashNasty need me. His 1v1s, his IRLs, he would never get no respect unless he play me. Y'all gonna keep clowning me. I understand. I know y'all mad. What y'all have to understand is the niggas that I was going with to play CashNasty, if I would have went to go play him, it's my decision that I didn't go play him. I didn't waste my money on no ticket. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Cash. I know he got 1 million subscribers, so y'all like, bro, the video would have got 1 million views. You should want to go play him. My nigga CashNasty, he's nothing to me.
Now, it was for good reason, because within Solomonati's mind, he thought that this whole thing was going to escalate outside of basketball and only more problems were going to come from it. So he decided that it was best if he just didn't show up at all. And after that moment, the beef between the two kind of died down. They didn't mention each other much anymore. So actually got a lot of hate within the community during the time. But the important part is, through all of the drama, the two of them still managed to prevail. Especially CashNasty. Over the years, he's definitely evolved as a creator, becoming known for much more than just 2K and basketball content. He's become a variety creator who's done everything from fitness content to cooking videos to challenges to, of course, reaction videos. And throughout all of this, even though his status is already solidified within the community, he's still continuing to grind and pay them bills and grow his audience each and every day.
Facts.
Nowadays, CashNasty has over 7 million subscribers between his 3 channels, with over 1 billion total views as well. He has an estimated net worth of $3 to $4 million, so the bills are definitely being paid. And most importantly, he now also has a beautiful, healthy family.
The bills will be paid if he continues to live below his means and not go spending crazy, which CashNasty don't be spending a lot of crazy money all the time. But I don't really know the man to be like, oh, he spend a shit ton of money every day. Like, I don't know that. But the more he spark stream and create YouTube content with himself, his friends, his family, more than bills will be paid, straight up.
So at this point in life, it seemed like Cash had it all. He went from being a Walmart employee that was living with his friend to becoming a multi-millionaire content creator with millions of fans all over the world. What more was there possibly left to accomplish? Well, there was actually one thing left. To understand what happens next, you need to know one thing. Much like myself, Cash has one GOAT, one person they'll support to the end of time, right or wrong, even if he does no wrong. And that person is no other than LeBron James. Cash's entire career has been intertwined with LeBron in some way, shape, or form. From reaction videos to opening extreme amounts of My Team packs in hopes of pulling LeBron James within 2K, to going to a lot of NBA games over the years in hopes of meeting him, even getting banned from NBA arenas trying to meet him. For Cash, this was all much deeper than content. This was a dream that he was trying to accomplish. From matching tattoos to blankets, doing everything he possibly could to get LeBron's attention. In April of 2023, the Memphis Grizzlies will play the Los Angeles Lakers, and Cash was actually invited to this game and even given backstage access after the game was over. And in a flash moment, he finally got what he lived his whole life for: a quick handshake from the GOAT himself, LeBron James, a moment that shook the world and went viral all over social media.
Look at that boy's face, man.
Let's go!
Bro. He ain't finna wash his hands.
Oh, fuck. My heart shaking, dog. Oh. What the f?
Cash had finally met or at least had some sort of interaction with LeBron, and
That's
this
hard,
is the closest that he probably thought he would ever get. But it's actually funny how life works because he ended up being completely wrong. You see, just 2 years later in June of 2025, Kai would explain to Cash that he was invited to an event in New York City called Fanatics Fest, and he was basically calling Cash to give him the opportunity to come along with him in hopes of having the one-on-one conversation with LeBron, a moment that he's been chasing his whole life.
I done met LeBron. I done met Curry. I say all this to say this right here. I grew up watching CashNasty, and I grew up watching Flight Reacts. Cash and Flight, let me go ahead and tell you, Cash and Flight, if I ever get an opportunity to stream with LBJ or Curry, you guys will be the first people I head up to be a part of that stream.
That's
now,
hard.
obviously, this was
That's
a
hard.
surreal moment for Cash.
That's
he didn't even
hard.
know what to say. But one thing that I would say about Cash is that he's definitely a real friend, because even though Kai gave him this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, he originally said no because he had already promised his friend Jezer that he was going to attend his basketball event instead. But everyone knew how big this moment was for not only Cash, but for the entire 2K community in general.
Yo, for
It's
real.
been like a 10-year build up to this point,
For
and
real.
Jezer completely understood the situation and told
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, if your whole brand has been surrounding a celebrity, right? Basketball player, actor, rapper, whoever, and you have a friend in the same like world that you're in, right? Or a career world, might I say, and they hit you with a once in a lifetime opportunity to meet said celebrity, that you wrapped your whole brand around. Who else is gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna pass, I'll catch up next time? Who's gonna say that? For real. Like, come on, bro. 10 times out of 10, any human being in that position is going to say, I'm gonna postpone this original plan. I gotta go meet this person today. If I could have a 1v1 convo with this person, hell yeah. That's the day's game plan. This can go another time, for sure.
Cash it was okay to go with Kai.
Hello?
Kai, you can book it, dog. I'm pulling up. I'm going.
What?
You can book it. It's in the work. I'm coming.
Shit.
I'm coming, Kai.
Shit.
It's happening.
Alright. So listen, here's what I'm gonna do. If you can, bro, just send me like flight info, and I'm gonna put you in my hotel, and then after we'll roll out together.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh, this gonna happen in it's not in LA.
No, it's in New York. Wait, where are you at right now?
Bro, I'm in LA.
Holy shit, it's in New York.
And this gonna happen Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. Yo, Phantom. Hold on, I'm on the phone with Cash.
So Cash ended up accepting the invite,
That's
and
hard.
all the way up until the moment, Cash was very anxious. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know how to approach him. He didn't know what to ask. It was all just a very nerve-wracking experience. And on June 21st, 2025, the surreal moment that the world has been waiting for finally happened.
Yes.
CashNasty had finally met LeBron James.
Yes.
Cash, where you at? My boy CashNasty right here. He a big supporter. He's my brother right here.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bro.
What's up?
It's an honor to be here, bro.
Yeah, you see, he know you.
What's up,
It's my boy Tyler.
Oh, pleasure to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Bro, have you ever seen one of my videos?
Yeah, for sure.
You seen the one we got kicked out?
Dallas. I try to get your attention, bro. But yeah, that backed me up, bro. I got baited out Dallas because I had a shirt on. I said, "Bron, look at me." Yeah, that backed me up, bro. Real to the market.
Now, I think that he was like so stunned and like starstruck in this entire moment.
That boy said, "Bron, look at me" on the t-shirt. That's funny as hell.
He didn't hear a word that was coming out of LeBron's mouth because there was literally a point where LeBron dapped him up and said like, "Oh, it's been a long time coming." And it seemed like Cash didn't even notice that he had said it. Cash really didn't do too much talking. Talil did all of the talking, which he ended up getting some hate for online. But all in all, it was a great moment for the both of them. And this was a super viral moment.
That boy Cash was starstruck though. What you expect? That boy... He finally got the opportunity to meet the person that inspired his whole identity as we know him today. Hell yeah, somebody's gonna be that much of a starstruck person when they finally had an opportunity to be one-on-one with them. Like, you get to dap them up, you get to smell their cologne or fragrance, like... Hell yeah, you gonna feel a type of way. You gonna be starstruck. You feel me? Like, it's human nature, my guy.
Over social media. LeBron even liked some posts about it as well. He took some pictures with Cash. He said bye to Cash too. We got that. In my opinion, this was just a great storybook ending. He took some pictures with Cash. He said bye to Cash too. In my opinion, this was just a great story.
That's hilarious,
ending to
bro.
A great career on YouTube. Not that he's done or retiring anytime soon, because bills are always due. But at this point, he's basically accomplished everything there was to accomplish online. He definitely doesn't have anything left to prove. At this point, he could just continue creating the content that he loves to do, which he's been doing for a while now. And most importantly, just continue to pay them bills. And I want to close this whole thing off by saying that Cash didn't just build a social media career or a YouTube channel. What he actually ended up building was proof. You don't need all the fancy equipment, you don't need all the connections. All you need is a strong work ethic, consistency, and the refusal to quit when everyone doubts you. That's how a man went from working at Walmart to becoming a millionaire, living out every dream he could imagine. Through all of the hardships and drama, he still managed to make it happen. And if you work hard enough, no matter what your dream in life is, you can 100% accomplish yours too.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
I'm dead. Man, W video. Shout out Ayo Bando for the video, man. CashNasty, my guy. W, bro. I be watching his streams to this day. He funny as hell. But yeah, W CashNasty, W Ayo Bando. Comment your favorite part of this video. Like it up, like it up, like it up. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because we on a journey to 2K. And I'd like to see y'all and do another giveaway at 2K as well. So definitely tell a friend to subscribe, bro. Catch y'all on the flip skate. Let's get it.